Alrighty, this is quiz number 18. And this is our championship round. So Buford 2 was undefeated in our first round. So if they win this game, that will be the close of the intermediate tournament. If Buford 1 wins, they'll swap sides and quiz one more time. Quizzer's good, coach is good. Ready? Cool. All right. Quiz number 18 between Buford 2 on the red, Buford 1 on the yellow is now in session. Question number 1 is a two-part question worth 10 points question. Wealth gotten how shall be diminished, but...
Yellow 1.
Interruption.
Wealth gotten how shall be diminished. But he that gathereth how shall increase. Wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, but he that gathereth by labor shall increase.
That is correct. Question number 2 is worth 10 points question. Keep thy heart with all diligence. Why?
Yellow 1.
For out of it are the issues of life.
That is correct. Question number 3 is worth 10 points question. Question number 3 is a two-part question worth 10 points question. Who is as rottenness in his bones, and who is a...
Red 1.
Interruption.
And who is a crown to her husband? She that maketh ashamed, a virtuous woman.
That is correct. Question number 4 is a quotation question worth 10 points question. King of Israel.
Yellow 1.
Interruption.
Quote the verse of our study that contains this phrase. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel.
That is correct. Question number 5 is worth 10 points question. Wisdom was what from everlasting?
Red 1.
Interruption.
From everlasting. I was set up.
That is correct. Question number 6 is worth 10 points question. Forsake wisdom not, and what shall result?
Red 3.
She shall preserve thee.
That is correct. Question number 7 is worth 10 points question. What wealth is described in verse 11 of Proverbs?
Red 2.
Interruption.
Of Proverbs chapter 13, wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished.
That is correct. Question number 8 is worth 10 points question. Where does Proverbs chapter 15 verse 16 speak of trouble?
Red 2.
Better is little with the fear of the Lord than great treasure and trouble therewith.
That is correct. Question number 9 is a three-part question worth 20 points question. As found in Proverbs chapter 4 verse 18, how is what of whom?
Yellow 1.
Interruption.
How is what of whom described? But the path of the just is as a shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day.
That is correct. Question number 10 is a quotation question worth 20 points question. Quote the verse immediately preceding the one that mentions dark sin.
Yellow 1.
Interruption. Time has been called. That is incorrect. This question was interrupted over to Buford 2 without interruption. Question number 10 is a quotation question worth 20 points question. Quote the verse immediately preceding the one that mentions dark sayings.
Red 3.
A wise man will go and increase in learning, and a man of understanding shall attain to wise counsels.
Okay, that is incorrect. Question number 11 is a three-part question worth 20 points question. as found in verses 18 and 19 of Proverbs chapter 8. What are with me?
Red 1.
Interruption.
What is better than gold?
Time has been called. That is incorrect. This question was interrupted. It will be read to Buford 1 without interruption. Question number 11 is a three-part question, or 20 points question. As found in verses 18 and 19 of Proverbs chapter 8, what are with me? What is better than gold? And what is better than choice silver?
Yellow 2.
Riches and honor are with me, yea, durable riches and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold, yea, than fine gold, and my revenue than choice silver.
That is correct. Question number 12 is a two-part cross-reference question worth 20 points question. According to Proverbs chapter 10, what maketh rich in verse 4, and what maketh rich in verse 22?
Red 2.
Interruption.
In verse 22, the hand of the diligent maketh rich. The blessing of the Lord it maketh rich.
That is correct. Question number 13 is a two-part question worth 20 points question. In Proverbs chapter 2, verses 4 and 5, if thou doest what?
Yellow 1.
Interruption.
If thou doest what, then shalt thou do what? If thou seekest her as silver and searchest for her as for your treasures, then shalt thou understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God.
That is correct. Question number 14 is worth 20 points question. Proverbs chapter 15, verse 18 says what about strife?
Red 2.
A wrathful man stirreth up strife, but he that is slow to anger appeaseth strife.
That is correct. Question number 15 is a quotation cross-reference question worth 20 points question. Both the stranger and the strange woman.
Yellow 1.
Interruption.
Both the stranger and the strange woman are spoken of in two verses of our study. Quote these verses. To deliver thee from the strange woman, even from the stranger, which flattereth with her words, that they may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger, which flattereth with her words.
Time.
difficulty question for question number 15. We're going to replace it. We'll go to quiz 25, question number 15. All right, place a question for question number 15 is a quotation question worth 20 points question. Referring to wisdom, quote the two verses immediately following the one that contains the phrase, forget it not.
Red 1.
Forsake her not, and she shall promote thee. Love her, and she shall keep thee. Wisdom is a principal thing, therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding.
That is incorrect. Ready for question number 16? It's a 4-part question worth 20 points question. In verses 17 and 18 of Proverbs chapter 6, what is described as proud?
Red 1.
Interruption.
What is described as lying? What is described as innocent? And what is described as swift? A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, feet that be swift in running to mischief.
That is incorrect. This question was interrupted. We'll be read to Buford 1 without interruption. Question number 16 is a 4-part question worth 20 points question. In verses 17 and 18 of Proverbs chapter 6, what is described as proud? What is described as lying? What is described as innocent? And what is described as wicked? Yellow 2.
A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. Wicked imaginations.
That is correct. Timeout, 60 seconds, Buford 2. All right, time has been called. Ready for question number 17. It's a 4-part question worth 20 points question. As found in the same verse of Proverbs chapter 13, he that hateth whom doeth what? But he that loveth whom doeth what?
Yellow 1.
Okay, that is incorrect. Question number 18. Timeout, Buford 1, 60 seconds. Time has been called. Ready for question number 18. It's a quotation, cross-reference question worth 30 points question. Both David and Solomon.
Red 1.
Interruption.
Are mentioned in 2 verses of study. Quote these verses. And Solomon said, Thou hast showed unto thy servant David, my father, great mercy, according as he walked before thee in truth and in righteousness and in uprightness of heart with thee, and thou hast given for him this great kindness that thou hast given him a son to stand on his throne as it is this day.
That is incorrect. This question was interrupted. We are to Buford 1 without interruption. Question number 18 is a quotation cross-reference question worth 30 points. Question. Both David and Solomon are named in 2 verses. Quote these verses.
Yellow 1,
And Solomon said, Thou hast showed unto thy servant David, my father, great mercy, according as he walked before thee in truth, and in righteousness, and in uprightness of heart with thee. And thou hast kept for him this great kindness, that thou hast given him a son to sit on a throne, as it is this day. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel.
That is incorrect. Question number 19 is worth 30 points. Question. In 1 Kings chapter 3, verses 8 and 9, Solomon requests to give thy servant an understanding heart. Why?
Red 1,
And now, O Lord my God, thou hast made thy servant king, and thy servant is in the midst of thy people which thou hast chosen, irate people that cannot be numbered nor counted for multitude. Give therefore thy servant an understanding heart to judge the people, that I may discern between good and bad. For who is able to judge this thy so great a people?
That is incorrect. Next word, 60 seconds. All right, this contest will be denied, but in reviewing the contest, we found something else with the question itself that we feel like is misleading to the quizzers, so we're going to void and replace question number 19. Okay, so in terms of future contests, this one will count as a denied contest, but we will replace the question. Okay. All right, replacement for question number 19 is worth 30 points. Question. In Proverbs chapter 15, verses 13, 14, and 15, about the heart, what is recorded?
Red 2.
A merry heart maketh a cheerful countenance, but by sorrow of the heart the spirit is broken. The heart of him that hath understanding seeketh wisdom. The mouth of fools feedeth on foolishness. All the days of the afflicted are evil. But he that is of a merry heart hath a continual feast.
Okay, that is incorrect. Timeout, please. Timeout, 60 seconds, Buford 1. All right, time has been called. And we're ready for question number 20. It's a quotation, cross-reference question worth 30 points. Question. Quote the 4 verses of study immediately following the one containing the instruction, consider her ways. We do have a winner. This quiz is closed. Let's give both these teams a hand.